This is Stephen, live from wonderful Yorkshire, England. I'm just checking on my iPad that we are live on YouTube, and we should be momentarily live on YouTube. So all's looking good. Just put those over there. Put my iPad down, and yes, we are live. Okay, and we have sound. So those are the two things that you want to check. Take that off full screen. So welcome to this live broadcast on YouTube Live. I'm just going to connect the chat. So the chat is connected, and we see a message I sent a moment ago. But welcome. It is Thursday, and I've got to remember that. So welcome everyone. Okay, which is down there. Brilliant. Okay, so that's working too. I'm just going to close my iPad down. Okay, so that's the iPad resting whilst I'm live, and all's good. Okay, now the topic today is what's next in SEO. Now, as you know, before any of these live broadcasts, I'm given the topic and I go and do my research. So I was most interested to actually discover what's coming up in SEO, and that's what I'm going to tell you about today. And I've got two sides to this. There's the side for streamers, and then there's a technical side as well. So we're going to try and cover both of those. If you've got any questions whilst I'm live, please do ask, and I will do my best to answer them. Let's just check the camera, and if I go and just zoom in a little. Okay, we're good. Okay, so I'm going to bring on the agenda and place the media and come back. Now I want the agenda, if I go like this, I want the agenda up here. Okay, and I'm going to put my glasses on so I can read it. Welcome if you're watching live, welcome if you're watching the replay. This is Stephen in Wiltshire, and we're going to go through SEO for streamers. What's next? Right, the introduction is what I'm doing at the moment. SEO is so important. Basically, I believe that we should all have our own websites. You've got to be future-proof. The only way to be future-proof is to have your own website. And when you have your own website, Google has to be able to find it. In order for that to work, you need to do the SEO, okay? Search engine optimization. In other words, making sure the site is Google friendly. And we've talked about when you do YouTube as well, making it friendly, having a title, description, and the tags in there. And we're going to go beyond that. AI and machine learning. This is going to make a great difference. We know that AI, like GP Chat, has changed our lives. And I use GP Chat in creating this live broadcast. The AI is going to be used to actually search the internet and to search it wisely. The searches are going to become richer, and we'll talk about that. Now, there are two systems which have been around. Google, both from Google, called MUM and BERT, and they do the searching. Voice search. I talked about voice search a couple of weeks ago. Voice search is becoming increasingly important because people are on their mobile phones, and they want to be able to search for you. And the easiest way to search rather than typing is to actually use your voice. So voice search is going to be a big part of what's happening going forward. And in order to get your website or to make your videos friendly for voice search, what you need to do is to write as if you were talking. In other words, it's got to be conversational. So don't use AI. I know it sounds contradictory, but don't use AI to create everything. Actually write things yourself in a conversational mode so that the vocal search can pick out the snippets that when people ask the question, Okay, the answer. Alexa, where can I buy cakes in Devizes?
I found a few bakeries. There's Greg's, 0.9 kilometers away on 43/44 Marketplace. Reeve the Baker Limited, 0.8 kilometers away on
Alexa, stop. Okay, so vocal search. I was able to issue the command. Alexa understood it, and then Alexa went to her databases and came back and said that I can buy cakes from Greg's in town. I know where Greg's is. In fact, I know where everything is.
Good afternoon, Stephen.
Alexa, stop. Local search is increasingly important, especially if you provide a service or you manufacture. Basically, you can train Google to know where you are. Yeah, so that when people ask for a baker, so Alexa, could you tell me the plumbers in Devizes?
I found a few ones in Devizes. There's A. Ottaway Plumbing and Heating, 1.4 kilometers away on Viblingen Way. Davis Plumbing and Heating.
Alexa, stop. So if I wanted a plumber, that would be my first port of call, and then I would ring them or get Alexa to take it further. And if I was using Google, hey Google, show me the bakeries locally. Okay, so Google goes one step further than that. And basically what I have is the bakeries with their star rating and their location. And I can click on one of them. Okay, let's just try that again. Hey Google, show me local bakeries. Okay, so there are the bakeries, and I can click on a bakery like Little Bakehouse, and I can get the reviews. So vocal search, voice search is increasingly important in terms of ways of being found. People use their mobile phones and their voice. Okay, so let's go back to here. The next item in the list is user experience as a ranking factor. Now, this is an interesting one, and basically using the user experience as a ranking factor. In other words, how high up the search list do you come? That's basically what we're talking about. Ranking. Ranking is important. Everybody wants to be on the first page of Google. Little Bakehouse wants to be the first reply in vocal search. We all want to be on page one. Ranking is how we're ordered. And that's basically, that's where people find us. But also they're increasingly going to find us through the experiences. Now, Google is going to show me 5-star rated bakeries before 4-star, before 3-star, before 2-star. And that is the interaction where people who visited your bakery actually review you and basically talk about your bakery and give you a review which is out of stars, and 4 out of 5 stars, pretty darn good in my book. But it's like when you go to Amazon and you're looking at the products on Amazon. Basically, if I said, show me the top 10 microphones, Amazon do that in descending order of star rating, in descending order of reviews. As far as live is concerned, and showing live video to people, the deciding factors when you're on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch are the interaction. It's basically how many people comment on your broadcast, how many people like your broadcast, how many people share your broadcast. Every one of those, a comment or a like, is actually taking action and promoting you. That's what we're going to be, well, it's what we're going to be rated on, is the user experience. Okay, so the user experience, bakeries eating, restaurants eating, and live videos, enjoying, being entertained. Okay, loading speed. Now, I said a moment ago, that as far as your website is concerned, and you should have a website, there are three factors that are important. One is the speed of loading, and this is where good hosting comes in. If what a Google is looking for is a page that loads quickly, yeah, a video that loads quickly. And when quick, we're talking seconds, yeah. So for my looking for something, should be seconds before, if that. The faster, the better. The faster your website is, the more Google will rank you in the search engines. So you need to have a website which is fast. You also need to have a website which is, let's go back here. You need to have a website. I'm going to press the button now. Right. Also on the website, you need to be interactive. So on the website, what you're doing, just a moment. I'm going to just let me, I did try and put that full screen so you didn't see me doing that. Let's go full screen. Okay, so we are full screen and I can just adjust myself. That's better. Okay, we're good to go now. Speed, interactivity. The more interactivity there is on your live video or on your blog, on your website, the more it will impress Google. And what we're about here is actually impressing Google. Now, visual stability. If you're going to show videos on your site, do make sure they're well hosted. One of the best places to host video, of course, is YouTube because it's free. And that would mean that when people do come and watch your site videos, they are going to be pleased by the quality of the video. Right. Content and quality relevance. It's important that you have the whole thing. Okay. You should have relevance to the topic that you're talking about. You can't just throw things together. It's got to be organized. And it's got to be organized around your passions, around the things that you're actually talking about on the website. So you want everything. And we say hello to, going here. We say hello to Chris, my good friend, who is watching from Belgium. Chris, welcome, and thank you for finding me. So, just going back to our first agenda. This is the technical one, remember. The quality of the content is important. You can't just throw things together. You have to plan them. They have to have relevance. If you've got a website about, if you've got a website about blogging, you don't want to have information which is not related to blogging. So you need to have quality content. Don't use AI to create content. Do write it yourself because the personal touch can't be replicated. No matter where you're coming from, AI cannot write as well as we do. I just want to go off with that for a moment. I know somebody who uses AI to write their blog posts. The resulting thing is that it makes their blog posts boring. Anything written by AI is boring because it works to patterns and it will repeat the same phrases and it will write. An AI bot, AI writing wants to give value for money. So it will give you a very long piece of text, when in reality, we only want to see a shorter piece of text. So in my mind, AI bots are not authentic and they write too much. So use your own voice, write your own blog posts, write your own text on YouTube videos, let people get to know you. Yeah. Don't hide behind a bot. Okay. And the thing is, of course, that Google can identify anything which is written by a bot. And I'm not saying, well, I'm just saying it's better if you actually write it yourself. Now, as far as I just need a definition. So just let me scroll down for a second. Right. Eat is, I've got a definition of this because I knew I would forget it. And EEAT, forgive me for this, stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. So basically, Google has put this concept together to actually rate websites. And it is about experience. So what they're expecting on a website is that experience. They actually want you to know what you're talking about. Yeah. Basically, they want you to show your experience in the industry. I mean, my experience is in the live video industry. So I write, hopefully authoritatively, about live video. Whatever your topic, be it antiques, be it paintings, write about it authoritatively. And that's a very difficult word to say. So on to the next bit, which is trustworthy. Okay, are you a person, can your website be trusted? This is very important in terms of ranking. How high up you go depends on how much Google trusts what you're actually doing. And that's down to proving it. And that's proving it through your website, through blog posts, through the interaction you get from people, through the ratings you get from people. The more people like you, the more people comment, the more people are actually visiting, then you're satisfying Google's criteria. Visual and video search. Now, there are Google things we know of and video SEO. Increasingly, we're going to find that there will be video and image searches, and we want to be part of those. So we want to be part of the searches. So we need to have images out there, we need to have video out there. And I'm going to come back, well, I'll do a practical demonstration now. What we're going to do is I'm going to open up a Google tab. Okay, and all I'm going to do is search. So just give me a second while the tab comes up. And I'll be back in a second. Right. I just want to get it right. Right. Okay. I think we're good to go now. So I'm going to share my screen. So if I go for share screen and I go for the screen, just give me a second, and I'm going for a tab. Okay. To make the point, you need to be well represented. Okay. So what I'm going to do is the screen share is going to in a second, and it will appear at the top of the screen. Okay, I'm waiting for all this to happen, just as you are, and it will take a second or two. So this is a Google search, and this search is for me, and you can see if I put that full screen, and I'm going to go here. I'm just going to put this full screen so you can see it properly. I'm still here, but this is the Google search that I've got running at the moment. Okay. And it's got my YouTube. All I've typed in is Stephen Healy. It's got my YouTube account. It's got my Twitter account. It's got my LinkedIn account, and they're all there on page one. But if I go into images, which is what we're talking about, then you can see I appear on the first row, on the second row. I'm on every row going down. But what I want to do now is not just prove that I am present as far as images and videos are concerned. If I go to videos, yeah, we should see a list of my videos. My videos go back 9 years. So there's a OneStream Live success story video, lights, camera, action, exploring many cameras. So we have a series of videos. So I'm represented in terms of images and videos. But if we go back to images again, I just want to go to one thing, And I'm going to physically on screen here. I said earlier, you actually want to be found, and you want found for where you are. Yeah. Location search, geographic search is important, and I'm going to show you why. And hopefully, fingers crossed, this will actually work. So I'm going to take myself off full screen. Okay, so we're going to go back to there, and I'm going to put that on full screen so you can actually see. Now, what I'm going to do, and hopefully this will work, is I'm going to go to the page and I'm going to change the search. I live in Wiltshire in England, and I'm going to change the search to Wiltshire. And look what happens. As soon as I put, and this is incredible, as soon as I put the local search in, as soon as I say I'm looking for Stephen Healy from Wiltshire, the photographs are all of me. And the same thing is true of the videos. Yeah, so go to the videos, and the videos, all my videos, country walking, I live here with Fonz, videos going back 9 years are all here. And Brigetti, who was live last night with Marco, and we've got OneStream mentioned, of course. Everything that I want to mention when people search for me is there. I work at actually getting done. So I'm going to stop sharing to me. So what we learned there is the importance. I'm just waiting for the screen to refresh. What we learned there is the importance of location. Yeah, because just searching for myself, you get all the Stephen Healers, and I've got this share screen coming back in magically. You get all the Stephen Healers. If I search for Wiltshire, then we just get the Wiltshire one, which means that I am owning. And the same is true if I go incognito as well. So the visual search and video search is going to improve. Okay, now semantic search and contextual reference. This comes back to what I said earlier. What you actually want to be doing is don't get AI to write things, do it yourself. Because there are going to be contextual searches and semantic searches, and the search engines are actually looking for you. They're looking for your company, looking for your company's experiences. And it's going to be a growing area looking forward. Now, Google wants to know why you're doing all this. Okay, so it's interested in the personal and the personalization. So why the reason I did personal search then is because if you want to promote anything, if you're already known by Google, it makes life a lot easier. Okay, if I typed in OneStream, I would get OneStream or OneStream Live. I get OneStream Live. If I typed in OneStream Live Stephen, personalizing it, I would get me. Yeah, because we all know that if you type in Stephen Healy, you get me. But if you type in Stephen Healy Wiltshire, you get more of me. And if you type in OneStream Live Stephen Healy, you'll find everything about me and OneStream combination. So what we're looking to do is to personalize things. Yeah. So when you give people your information, you give them the topic and your name, and they should be able to put into a search engine, and it should be able to find you and your topic. Okay, local SEO. I've just shown you local SEO. This is the future. Personalization. You don't have to put your nameness everywhere. I'm not suggesting they do that. But in order for SEO to know where you are and to do the localization, have your address on LinkedIn, put your town on Facebook, put your town on YouTube and the county. And the more places you put town and county, the easier it is for Google to find you. And you start doing that now. Start to put part of your address on social media, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Okay, not enough to somebody to come and knock on the door, but enough so that people can say they live in Wiltshire or Chris is in Belgium. Yeah, like when Chris said hello from Belgium, basically anybody who's seeing that in a minute will actually know that Chris de Boon is from Belgium, and the search engines will know that Chris is from Belgium. This is important. Yeah, tell people where you are. Local search is the future. And back to the agenda. And just take off screen for the moment. And do that. Okay. And hide. I'm just going to close a couple of things down in a second. I'm going to close that and close the search. I've used my research document and we're coming back now. So back. And that's the local SEO and hyper local targeting. The more information that you give to Google, the easier it is for search engines to find you. Now, when I say Google, I mean other search engines as well. Other search engines are available, but if you can get yourself highly ranked on Google, then you'll be highly ranked by other search engines as well. Okay. And then sustainability and ethical SEO. Increasingly, in terms of being found in search, how green you are is going to determine how well you searches. That's just a hint. It's not strict. But if you take care of the environment and you write about the environment, somewhere on Google will find it, and basically you'll be seen as one of the good guys. So let's bring that up on screen. I think we got to the bottom of that. I'm just going to switch the ticker off for a moment. And we're going to go down here and switch the tick off. Okay, so we're talking about SEO for what's next. And this is Stephen live from wonderful Wiltshire in England. And we've looked at the technical side of all this. So in other words, what's going on? What is Google doing to improve search? It's all about improving search. It's all about getting to know us better, to getting to know the topics we're interested in better, to being able to know whether we are trustworthy. And that's what you're trying to build up. You're trying to build up trust. And trust can come, it starts with you, but it comes from your interactions. It's come from people leaving reviews for you. If you've not already, do go and find a review site which is relevant to your industry you're in and ask people to review you. There's no harm in asking people to review what you do. Okay? The only thing can happen is either they leave you a review or they don't. And you've not lost a friend, because if somebody doesn't leave you a review, then when they come and ask you for one, you can say, yes, of course, I'll leave you a review, because it doesn't cost anything and it is of great value. Okay, now I did say I had two agendas. So let's bring the second agenda on screen. And this is a more practical agenda. So we've gone through the technical side. I'm just going to bring this over here. We've gone through the technical side, and now we're going to go through the practical side. So practical steps that we can take for us moving forward to determine that we have a place in the SEO of the future. The SEO is going to continue to improve. We have to improve at the same time. I'm a firm believer in continual and never-ending improvement, which is a phrase I heard from Tony Robbins. If you can improve slightly every week, if you got 1% better every month, then by the end of the year, you would be 12% better. And you want to be improving what you do. Improve your knowledge, improve your performance. As you improve, Google will see that improvement and your SEO will react accordingly. Yeah. Every time that I put a video out, Google sees that video and indexes it. And it indexes it for the topics that I've told it about. Every time that I go live on the OneStream Live YouTube channel, which is where I am today, just a minute, I need to do something. I was actually using this for demonstration the other day, and I took this off. Okay, so I'm going to put it back doubly, and we're going to have two OneStream logos on, because I missed one in the first half, so I've now got two OneStream Live logos. And just a minute, hopefully I can do this. Just give me a second, because you should always be promoting. And I'm just going to upload an image which was created by OneStream Live, and I'm just going to go straight to it and bring it in. Okay, and it's coming to my studio, so I'm loading it up from my hard drive. It's so easy to actually bring information from your hard drive and upload it into your carousel, and then you can, he said, show it on screen. Okay, so I've done this live, and this is the beauty. One of the beauties of OneStream is that when I'm in the studio, I still have access to my hard drive, and I can bring things into the broadcast whilst I'm working. And I'm just going to go to an image, a new image, which is here. And I want to say a big thank you. I want to say a big thank you to OneStream Live. I'm going to replace the media, and I'm going to bring this on screen, and we're going to go full screen. Okay, so now you can see OneStream everywhere. I want to say thank you to the graphics team at OneStream Live. And this is very pertinent because at 8 p.m. tonight, which is 3 p.m. Eastern, Stephen Healy and Joe Shepherd will be live, part of Live Video Production Week, and we'll be talking about OneStream Live. OneStream Live is our focus tonight. We'll be talking about everything in relation to OneStream Live, and you can come and join the both of us, and you can redefine your live video streaming experience with a premium cloud-based streaming software. And we're really looking forward to that. Joe and I are going to have a chat in a couple of hours' time, and basically about tonight's broadcast. But make a note in your diary now that Stephen and Joe are live at 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. in the UK, and let's come back to me. I am really looking forward to that. I always enjoy broadcasting with Joe, but this is all part of SEO. Yeah, that image now could well be indexed. It's found everywhere. I mean, Joe's put it on his. I've got a chat message coming in, and let's go over to the chat. And we're joined by Alec. Alec is in the house. Alec, welcome. Hopefully it was the OneStream Live image a moment ago. Just to show that again, just in case you missed it. If I go here. Okay, Joe Shepherd and I are live. I think we'll be live on LinkedIn. We're live Thursday, 8 p.m. British summertime today, and we're talking about OneStream Live, and always enjoy broadcasting with Joe. So, and just to get up to date again, this broadcast has been in two halves. The first half was the technical side of changes in SEO, and we went from AI and machine learning through to the methodology that Google uses, Mum and Bert, voice search optimization, user experience becoming a ranking factor, and in terms of websites, the loading speed, interactivity, and visual stability. content quality and relevance, and the way that Google EEAT works to determine that. And basically it's used by real people to review your website. Visual and video search is becoming more and more important. Google Lens we know of, we use, and video SEO is important as well. Semantic search, contextual relevance, and we talked about personalization, the difference between searching for Stephen Healy and searching for Stephen Healy Wiltshire, and asking Alexa, can you tell me where I can buy a cake?
I found a few ones. There's the Fairy Cakery, 6.8 kilometers away.
Alexa, stop. Okay.
Farm themed. Flying pig cake in
Alexa, stop.
No.
Right. So local SEO is important. So when I ask the question, I will get an answer. Right. So I'm going to change over to my second agenda. Okay. And we're going to go to me. Okay. So we're back to me. And Alec has commented, and I'm just going to read Alec's comment. And Alec is saying, I'll be there. Hope you can cover broadcasting direct from mobile. Yeah, surely. It is point and shoot. I basically, I just to take this for the moment, but I'll certainly include it. I broadcast from mobile, Android and iPad, and basically it is point and shoot. Yeah. And you go to the destination you want to. Right, it works is all I'm saying. And if you've got any questions, Alec, please do. I'll do my best to answer them. And if I can't answer them, I know somebody who can. So let's go off me full screen and move this across here. So we've talked about the technical aspect, in other words, what Google is up to and what we can. This is what we can do. This is the practical side of it, which is why it's numbers 11 through 20. Right. So what can we do to actually improve the way Google looks at us? Well, the first thing Google's looking for is real-time engagement signs. Like every time somebody comments on a live broadcast on YouTube, it's noticed by YouTube. Every time somebody comments on a live video on Facebook, it's noticed by Facebook, and they will increase your search. If you get a live video with a fair number of comments, more people will see it. And every time somebody comments. Now, in addition to commenting, the other engagement signals are when people like your post or love your post. That helps too. Your audience is helping you to promote you on SEO, using SEO. And that's simply by taking part. Okay, now what can we do? Optimizing video titles and descriptions. We've been here before, but it's just, if you schedule your live broadcast, it gives you the opportunity to get the title right and get the description right. The title, basically up to 70 characters, including a tag. Put a tag in the title, just a single tag, which is the topic that you're talking about. Don't use somebody else's tags. Use your own. Or you can use popular. That one came across wrong. You can use popular tags, but make sure they're relevant to what you're actually doing. And as far as the descriptions you put on anything, anywhere, okay, my suggestion from what we were talking about earlier is that you actually sign everything and you say, Stephen, based in Wiltshire. That can't do any harm because it's reminding people where you are, and it's also telling Google where you are, not your address, but where you are. So when we search for Stephen Healy Wiltshire, that's it. It's a hit. And the other thing about writing your descriptions, if you want to use AI to get some ideas, please do. But what you want to do is you want to write it yourself. If we spent our time just reading AI descriptions, we would pretty soon get bored and turned off. If you've written it, we know it's from, we can tell it's from you. We can tell you've written it. There's the occasional spelling mistake and there's the occasional grammatical error. And when people find spelling mistakes and grammatical errors, they remember them. Don't have a sort of 100-line text and it's full of mistakes, just the odd mistake. Right, hashtags and metadata. Basically, what you want to do on everything you do is have a hashtag. I would suggest that you have a hashtag of your own, which is unique to you. You can use that hashtag everywhere. You can use it in the titles, you can use it in descriptions, you can use it when you make a comment somewhere. Every time you do something, just put the hashtag, not to annoy people, but to get known by search engines. If you are watching a video and you comment and you want that comment to be noticed, there's no harm in putting a hashtag there. Right, now you should schedule your live videos because Google can see your videos before you go live. And therefore you can, before you go live, you've got many things you can do if you schedule. If you schedule a broadcast, you can share it. And you can share it across all your social media. And it will be seen before you actually go live. And if you've got the card like we had a moment ago, the one from OneStream Live one. Okay, if you've got a card like this, which is being posted everywhere, people will begin to recognize it. People know the OneStream logo, people know my picture, and they know Joe's picture as well. And the more you can promote that before the event, the better. That's where show cards come in. Yeah, you actually want to get your audience ready. I'm just going to switch thing over and come back. And we're going to go like this. Okay, so do schedule and get the SEO right in terms of tags. And what the search engine is looking for now is natural text, natural language, not from you. Write it yourself is all I'm saying. That's the best thing you can do going forward. Now, that's before you go do the event. After the event, go back and change. Well, it's up to you. I used to go back to the broadcast I just finished and just change the SEO slightly and share it again. I do still share after the broadcast. We know on live video that most of the views on video come on the recording. So optimize the recording, add additional hashtags, share it to additional places. Yeah, I've got a camera just gone on. I'm not sure why it's just gone on, but hopefully, yeah, if there's any problems, let me know. But I've just had a camera light strangely come on. Okay, so let's go back and I'm going to slide this over here and hopefully, yeah, okay, so we're back. So remember, people watch recordings, people enjoy watching recordings, people may mark your video to watch the recording, and that's the other point of actually promoting beforehand. Social sharing and embedding are important. Now, there was a broadcast yesterday, which was Marco Novo and Brigitte Limbando, two great friends of mine. We've been broadcasting together for the last 7 years. And they were together, they were talking about StreamYard. And after the show, I went over to YouTube. I took the HTML, the embed code, and I put it onto the blog post that got to the event. I updated the blog post with the recording. So anybody who now looking at the blog post this week's events is going to see the recording from Brigitte and Marco. Later on today, they'll see the recording from Grant and me, Grant Saunders and myself. And then tomorrow, they'll be able to see the video from Joe Shepherd and myself. always be promoting after the event and socially sharing. And if you can, basically, because we're doing the 6 of us broadcasting together this week, because we're working together, we share each other's content, and that's part of becoming trustworthy. If people share your content, you're improving your SEO. You're help with help from your friends. They can help you. The more people who share what you do, the better. Okay. And let's go over here again. Local SEO. Don't forget that if you're doing an event which is local, do put the tags in for Wiltshire or for Middlesex or wherever you happen to be. Tag local. People are looking for local. If Angelica maintains a website, which she's done for a long time, and she is looking for people to search for German tutors in Wiltshire, German teachers in Wiltshire, practical. And her new clients come to her from the website and from the live videos that Angelica and I do every other Friday, but mainly from the website. And there's a lot of work gone into the website. So if you're looking for a resource for learning German, Angelica's German.co.uk. But local. So Angelica wants people in Wiltshire, if they want to be taught in person or globally. Okay, let's take that off, come back to where we were. Mobile optimization. Now, Alec mentioned this a moment ago. And Alec has got questions about broadcasting direct from mobile. So I'll take those tonight. But mobile is important. Mobile is a part of everybody's marketing mix. And you could simply use your mobile phone to do it. And you could just go live on Facebook, which I did as a test the other day. But if you use OneStream Live is there, then you've got additional facilities available to you, and all will be revealed tonight at 8 o'clock. I'll leave you with that. Okay, so let's come back to me and just go to here. So mobile is important. Live content also gets indexed. And remember, although you're broadcasting on YouTube, share everywhere. Everybody should know about your topic. If you're on Twitter, they should know. If you're on Twitch, you should know. Everywhere should know about you. And the more you put it out there, the more Google sees it. Now, you've got two audiences. One is your personal audience, who you appreciate and help, and you don't want to upset anybody, ever. The second audience is Google, and it's pretty much impossible to upset Google. The more content that you put out there, the more content Google and other search engines will eat. There isn't such a thing as too much content. I'll give you, for instance, I am broadcasting live 3 times today. I broadcast at 10 o'clock with my good friend Peter Stewart from Aberdeen, and we did Blabbing for Britain. I'm broadcasting live now, and I'll be broadcasting with Joe later. Speaking of Joe, I think we've pretty cool. I'm going to add this stream and replace. And if I go and slide that over here. Okay, it's been my pleasure to present live to you this afternoon on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to Alec. Thank you to Chris. And to anybody who's been watching and not commented. Remember, comment is so valuable. If you're watching live, say hello. If you're watching on the recording, say hello. If you ever have any questions about live broadcasting, please ask. So, final reminder that we'll be live with Joe Shepherd, my good friend, and we'll be talking about OneStream Live, taking your questions, and we are live today at 8 p.m. in the UK and 3 p.m. Eastern. From wonderful Wiltshire in England. Remember, the more you say it, voice search is a thing. From wonderful Wiltshire in England, thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see all of you again soon. Thank you, OneStream. Bye for now. Alec, thanks. And Chris, thanks.